Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Empress here. If this is your first time on my channel, kindly subscribe to this channel as I post style illustrations and sewing tutorials and other vlogs and lifestyles videos. So today I'll be making a kimono jacket with this fabric. It's a 3-yard fabric and I'll be using the length of Ankara for the length of the jacket. So let's get right into the drafting. So I'll be doing my back pattern first. So I only folded into 2, and on folding into 2, the way I folded was that I added 2 inches to my hip measurement divided by 4. That is my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and that gave me 11 inches. So that was what I folded my fabric on. Now the first thing I did is to roll a line that will serve as my shoulder line, and from there I'll measure my armhole measurement divided by 2. I'll place the measurements there. Then my shoulder to my waist, I'll take the measurement and also place it there. So after that, I took my shoulder to my hip measurement, then I placed the measurement also, and I placed it there. So I'm going to roll a straight line for all the measurements I've taken now. For my back neck measurement, I used 3.5 for the wideness, and for the depth I used 1 inch. But instead of coming down on that 1 inch, so I added my sewing allowance of 0.5, so I came down by 0.5 inch. So on my shoulder line, I placed my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 6.5. I also placed the same measurement on my armhole line, and I drew a straight line so I could do my shoulder slant and my armhole. So I came down on that straight line by 1 inch and connected to my neck. Always do, whenever I'm taking my shoulder slants, I always do like an imaginary 3 inches. So anytime my neck is wider than 3 inches, I'll also do measure like an imaginary 3 inches and connect my shoulder slants to that 3 inches. Because if I don't do it like that, if I do it where my neck will actually start from, there will be like a gap after finish sewing, that this neck will not actually sit well on my shoulder. So I always do that imaginary 3, but I'll connect to my neck. The next thing I did was to place my bust measurement on my armhole line. But before I did that, I came down from that my armhole line. I came down by 1 inch because I do not really want this kimono to be fitted under my armpits like that. So I came by 1 inch. So it's on this 1 inch line I placed my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and the 2 inches is that 1 inch is for sewing allowance and 1 inch is for ease allowance. So I placed the measurement on that line and I connected to my shoulder slant to form what? My armhole. The next measurement I placed after that is my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Now on my hip line, I will be placing my hip measurement, that is my round hip measurement, divided by 4 plus 2 inch. Please note all these 2 inch I'm measuring are for sewing allowance 1 inch and ease allowance. Ease means for freeness. Yes, for the outfit to be free. So ease allowance is what? 1 inch also. So that means I'll be sewing using 1 inch. The remaining 1 inch, I'm leaving it like that. For the length of this kimono, I used my Ankara length. So I just connected from the hip line to the end of the fabric. So now I'll be cutting my back pattern out. This is my back pattern. I'll be cutting it out now, and I'll be using it to actually cut my front pattern. So I folded my fabric the same way I folded for the back, and I placed my back on it like that. So I didn't add any allowance to it. I did not add any allowance to it, not to the front, not to the back. But the difference between my front and my back is the fact that my front actually has an opening. It will have an opening because it's a jacket, and the neck for my front will be lower than the neck for my back. So I'm cutting every other thing the same way. So I'll first cut it out now. So after I cut out using my back pattern, then I'll do my neck and open the slit for the front. So now I was cutting the neck. I thought I actually pressed the record button on my phone, but I didn't. So I'll just be showing you again how I did it. So what I did was I measured 7 inches from the neck up here. So I used my tape. I measured 7 inches. So instead of just cutting a V-neck, I used my French curve to actually cuff it in into the opening. So I wanted a smooth entry into that opening. I didn't want a sharp edge there. So I used what my French curve for that. After which I then slitted with the front open with scissors like this. So I have my front pattern and my back pattern together. So now the first thing I'll do is to take them to the sewing machine and join the shoulders together. After I joined the shoulders together, I also joined the side together. I joined the side on 1 inch. After joining the shoulders and the sides together, I took the measurement of my front opening round to my back neck and back to the second opening of my front. I use it to cut this piece of fabric for my same Ankara. So you can actually make yours another fabric or a plain fabric as you want. So I used the length, the measurement I used, that was how long it was. I have to join fabrics together to get this length. And for the wideness, I used 4 inches wideness. So by the time I join using the sides, I'll be back to what? 1.5 on fold. So on fold, I have 1.5 because on fold right now it's on 2 inches each. So the first thing I did is to what? Place it on the opening of my slit from the bottom, and I'm starting from the inner side now, not on the front pattern. I'm starting from the inner side now. So I'm joining it to the opening of my slit first. It's like I'm doing the band of a skirt or a trousers. So that's how I'm joining it. So I'll sew it to that place on 0.5 inch round. I'm sewing on 0.5 inch round. So this is it after I've sewn to the other side of my opening. So after that, now I'll fold my fabric like this, and I'll also fold in 0.5 inch like this, and I'll top stitch it from the front. Remember, this is my front now. So I'm top stitching it like this. So you can take to your pressing iron first, you fold in the 0.5 and you iron, or you hold it down with your pin before taking to your sewing machine. So before you actually top stitch, at this top area here, the neck area, the curvy side, ensure to actually what? Notch it. You notch it first before you actually what? Do this second sewing, which is the top stitching. So notching it to allow your neck to actually what? Relax very well while sewing. There won't be any folding at that area. So you notch first before actually what? Doing the top stitch. So after you've notched, you can now do your top stitching. So this is it after I've top stitch. You can see how neat it is and firm it is. So beautiful. So you can see everything is looking pink. Now I want to do on my pocket. So I actually cut these two fabrics out. For the wideness, I used 8 inches, and for the length, I used 12 inches. Yours can differ, but that's what I used for mine. So after that, I will be folding the upper parts, which will be like the opening of my pocket. I'll fold first on 0.5, then I'll fold on 1.5. Yes, so I'll fold on 1.5, and I'll take to my sewing machine and I'll sew the top of my pocket first. I've sewn it, you can see it. This is it. So I'll be folding these sides now because I'll be top stitching the pocket on my jacket. So I'll fold the sides by 0.5 inch. Also the other side also I'll fold it, and the down part also I'll fold it. So after folding, I'll take to my pressing table to iron it out first before actually placing it. Now for the placement of my pocket, I measured 10 inches from my armhole. So it was that 10 inches I started my placement of my pocket from. So that's where the opening of my pocket actually started from. So I'll place it like that and I'll pin it down. So I didn't take any other measurement. So you can just use anyhow you feel like placing it now. Just ensure it's straight and it's not on the opening of your jacket. So I just placed it there, and I'll be sewing it on each side of my jacket. So this is actually how I folded it Can see how I folded it inside when I ironed. So I actually use my hemming glue to actually gum it down so it will stick very well. Then I placed it like this and pinned it down. So I'll just top stitch it from each side to under and back to the other side, and I'll have my pockets. So I'll do that for both sides of my jacket. Now this is my pocket. It's done and it is fixed. So my jacket is almost ready. The only thing I have left is my hemming and my armhole, that is my sleeve now. So I'll do my hem and I also will fix my sleeve. So for my sleeve, the difference between it and the normal sleeve or the pencil sleeve is that I added 2 inches extra to my round sleeve at that place now. I added 2 inches extra to it. That will make it 4 inches extra to my round measurement for my sleeve. And the length I used was 10 inches. Length I used was 10 inches. And do not forget that I brought down my armhole area by 1 inch. So when you are drawing your armhole, you know that is what you'll be using for your armhole measurements. So that is it, guys. This is me wearing my kimono jacket here with my cocoa shoe. I hope this video has been helpful for you. Do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and share, like, comment. Thank you, guys. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.